everyone, I'm LC Gamer, and welcome back to AI, the Somnium files. In the last video, we had Mizuki help us with some information gathering. Talk to Mama, and talk to the Kumakura. And now it's time to head to the Limnus Kate. I really wish that said gay instead, but who cares? Let's just jump into the story and see where it goes. I'm getting the runaround here. It's annoying me.
This is all really suspicious.
You think?
What is?
Congressman Tsujima and the Kumakuras. There's definitely something going on there.
I agree. But I am not sure it is linked to the new Cyclops serial killings.
Uh-huh.
We need to do further investigation.
Warn carefully, scream like a little girl.
Hey, you! You can't just break into someone's car like that. Wait, your body is transparent. What the? Impossible. How did a jellyfish get in here? So shiny, too.
You utter idiot. It's me.
I can see that.
Renju?
Do I look like Renju?
No.
Mizuki?
It's me.
Boss?
Date, seriously.
Then, are you Mom?
Idiot. They must have increased your dosage too much.
My dosage?
What dosage?
Anyway, you're Iba, right? Why are you here? Looking like that?
I just thought I would protect myself. You seem lonely.
You can project yourself?
How are you doing this?
I am overlaying the image your left eye processes with augmented reality.
Oh. Okay.
You can't see me through your right eye, only your left.
You can't just pop into my eyeball without permission.
You do realize I do that all the time, right?
Yes, I do. About your appearance, can we do something about it?
Come to think of it, you look kind of like you do when you're in Somnium. What's that about?
What do you mean?
You don't usually look like that. You have a Somnium form and another form.
Oh, this?
Yes, that.
Yes, that. Why are you doing this now?
I was bored last night, so
Huh?
Did you make alterations to your program?
I thought you would like it.
Why would I like it?
Well, I did attempt to shape myself to your preference.
And I ask again, how do you know my preferences are that?
If you could do that, change it.
I will not,
Why not?
because I won't.
Just gonna have to get used to the look.
I fear you would eventually grow tired of the other form as well. I just wanted to change my look a little. Think of it as a haircut.
That's more than a haircut.
Pretty drastic haircut.
Alright. So and Momo are suspicious.
As I said earlier,
Now I can't see the road at
completely
all.
agree that they are suspicious. But there is nothing currently linking them to the case.
That's true. We have no established motive. Victims were displayed, tied up on a horse, hung from the ceiling.
Yeah, both very, graphic.
And their left eyes taken out. We still don't know why.
It is possible that Shoko and Renju were disloyal to Congressman Tsujima and the Kumakuras. They could have been killed and displayed as a warning.
I doubt it.
That would fit the current evidence.
Maybe. But it doesn't feel right.
So what about the two?
I looked into that. Unfortunately, I did not find anything in our database that could connect the two.
I see.
However, I did discover some rumors on the internet.
Rumors?
Most of them come across as gossip or conspiracy theories. But would you like to hear them regardless?
Sure.
Please.
Mr. Sajima currently resides in Azabu. He lives in a mansion, a restored samurai castle.
Cool.
But 20 years ago, So Sajima lived elsewhere, in the Kawasaki district to be exact. He lived there until he was 40 years old.
Interesting.
The Sajima family owned a vast amount of real estate in the district. Adjusting for inflation, the land was valued above 30 billion yen. The Sajima family sold off its holdings. 6 months later, the incident occurred.
The explosion at the chemical plant.
This caused Kawasaki to become a restricted area. And of course, land prices fell drastically to less than 1/30th their original value.
Wow.
What are your thoughts?
The timing is certainly suspicious.
That it is.
To sell that amount of land just 6 months before it happened.
There is another interesting fact. After the accident, So Sajima purchased all of the land back for just 1 billion yen.
Say what?
So he's got 29 billion yen in his pocket and 1 billion yen of land.
Correct. Despite the horrific accident, the Sajima family is no worse off.
True. But I don't see the point of it. It's not like you got anything out of it.
That would be true, but there is more to this story.
No, please tell me.
There is another important fact. After the land prices in the Kawasaki region crashed,
Yes?
we will have to continue this conversation later. I am receiving a call from headquarters.
Is this Special Agent Date from Abyss?
Yes.
My name is Akaska from HQ. I'm investigating the Shoko Nadami case. There's something that you need to hear.
What is it?
We got a phone call earlier from a prisoner at Fuchu Prison.
A prisoner?
We saved the call.
Thank you.
I think you should give it a listen. Who is this?
In here, I'm known as number 89.
What is this call concerning?
I know who killed Shoko Nadami. And if you let me out of here, I will tell you who it is. I suppose you might say I'm looking for a plea bargain. He will kill again, you know. And he'll take their eye while they're still alive. There will be more bodies.
So far, only two.
If you want to stop this serial killer, I suggest you take my offer. I'll be seeing you.
This has to be a prank.
That's what I thought too. However, we got the call yesterday afternoon, before Renju was killed.
Wait, what?
In other words,
You're saying he predicted the second crime?
If he did that, then yeah, I'd have to have a talk with him.
yeah, I think he did. That's why I thought I should contact you.
Good idea. Thanks, Detective.
Good luck.
Okay.
Do you
You have
think
a lead.
there's anything to this?
Maybe, maybe not.
I don't know.
Ah, finally.
Oh, Date.
What's wrong? You look like you have a lot on your mind.
Yeah. I just found out online. The corpse at Bloom Park. That was Renju's ex-wife, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
Yeah, it was.
So that was Mizuki's mom. Mizuki saw her own mom. And I just left her.
That you did. But
But I didn't know. I knew her as Shoko Nadami. Her last name is different.
calm down.
I didn't know that was Mizuki's mother. I want to apologize to her. I need to tell her that I'm sorry.
Okay, is there anybody else here? I think we should go sit down and not talk about what we're gonna talk about in front of the receptionist. About Mizuki.
Mizuki didn't seem like she was angry with you.
What? You met Mizuki? Oh, at the interrogation.
That's right. He doesn't know I live with Mizuki. I have no reason to hide it, but it's sort of hard to explain. Yeah, I spoke to Mizuki at her, questioning earlier.
You're sick, Date.
What?
Questioning? That sounds dirty. If I were writing a light novel, that's exactly how I would describe a sexy scene.
What kind of novels are you writing, kid?
Good question.
I don't know anything. I've only seen Renju a couple of times.
I didn't think it was possible to be this bad at lying.
Though it is plainly obvious, I did a thermal check on Ota's body. This is his current body temperature.
Okay.
That's what I thought. Have you forgotten, Ota? You're my thrall. You don't want me to tell Iris your secret, do you?
Huh?
Well, wait, it's no big deal. I just...
You better start talking.
Okay.
Alright. Where have you been?
Nowhere. Just doing my normal routine.
I don't know your normal routine.
I went to a doujin store to look at the new releases. Then I ate some ramen at Jiro's, and then headed over to the PC cafe to browse threads.
Alright.
You know, normal.
If
For
that's
you.
normal, I haven't had a normal day in my life.
Okay, about the case.
Last night, I was walking over to Sunfish Pocket, and I saw Renju come out of the building.
Was he alone?
No. I take it.
Someone was with him. A man. No. A woman.
You can't lie to me.
Okay, look. I can tell you're trying to protect her, but you have to help me out here. Was it Iris?
No, it definitely for sure wasn't Tessa.
Got it. So Renju was with Iris.
No helping it.
Okay, fine. There's no point in hiding it, I guess. You're right. Renju came out of the building with Tessa. Tessa has nothing to do with this. She wouldn't murder anyone. She wouldn't hurt a fly. She's an idol. Idols don't kill people.
I have to beg to differ on that.
You need to stop putting her on a pedestal.
Tessa is a savior to me. The Tessa I know wouldn't hurt anyone.
Sure.
The first time I met her, I had a bad case of writer's block. And I saw all this awful negativity online, and I lost sight of what I really wanted to write. It was the lowest point of my life.
He is talking like a professional, though he hasn't published anything.
Yeah.
Then, by pure chance, I found a video of Tessa singing and dancing, and it made me realize something important. You don't have to care what people think, you know? If you do your best at what you believe in, your message will get through to people. That attitude is something all great creators need to have. After that, I became a huge ACET fan and got over my writer's block. And I know I'm not the only one Tessa has inspired. A lot of otaku like me say that Tessa is their savior. She cheers them up when they're down. So there's no way Tessa can be involved in murder.
That's impossible. Yeah. Slow down. I didn't say Iris was the murderer.
But do you suspect her?
I need to hear her side of the story. If I do, I might find out she's totally innocent. If you truly believe that she didn't do it, you should tell me everything you know.
But...
Do it for Iris.
Come on. Spill the beans.
Around 6:15, I guess.
Where did they go?
I didn't see. They got into Renju's car and drove off.
What did you do?
I went inside Sunfish Pocket, but I saw a sign that said the entire club was reserved. I figured I would just go home.
Okay.
What happened?
Hi, Iris.
Date.
Iris, there's something I need to ask you. Come with me.
Police headquarters. Okay. Interrogation. Start.
Iris, I'm going to ask you some questions. Please answer honestly. However, you do not have to say anything that might incriminate you.
The right to remain silent? You're treating me like a criminal.
Not exactly. I'm just looking for the truth, and I would appreciate your cooperation.
Okay, Iris. You used to work at Sunfish Pocket, right?
I heard you used to work at Sunfish Pocket.
That's right.
How long?
A little over a year.
Working there that long, you're probably pretty familiar with the equipment.
Yeah, I guess.
Okay. About the surveillance camera.
What about the surveillance camera? Do you know where those tapes were stored?
What are you trying to say?
Just asking. Alright. Is Ota's story true?
Here's what Ota told me. Yesterday around 6:15 p.m., you and Renju came out of the Sunfish Pocket building. Is that true?
Yes? Mr. Okiura called me and told me he wanted me to come to Sunfish Pocket, ASAP.
Around what time was that?
5 p.m., I think. I got ready, then headed over there. I guess I got there about an hour later.
Date, I checked her call history. At 4:58 p.m., there is a record of a call to Iris from Renju's phone.
Okay. So, what were you doing with Renju?
What were you doing with Renju?
He asked me about a job.
What kind of job?
He rented out Sunfish Pocket for a party and he wanted me to MC. He said that it was an important party and that a lot of big shots were gonna be there. But the girl he asked to do it originally got sick and couldn't come. But I turned him down.
Why?
Because I'm just an internet idol. I've never done any MCing before, especially with important people being there.
Okay.
What did you do after you turned him down?
I left with Mr. Okiura at 6:15 p.m. That must have been when Ota saw me.
And after that?
I asked Mr. Okiura to take me home in his car. I got home at 7 p.m. I was home the rest of the night.
What do you think, Iba?
I cannot detect any contradictions. However, her story appears almost too organized.
Maybe just a little.
Human memory is ambiguous.
Unless you have a photographic memory.
Her use of exact times leads me to be suspicious.
That's true.
Alright. Do you have an alibi for last night?
What were you doing from 7 to 9 last night?
I was at home the whole time.
You're sure?
Yes.
Iba, thermograph.
There is no noticeable rise in Iris's body temperature.
She isn't lying.
Not necessarily. We must consider the possibility that she is a natural liar.
With that kind of confidence, her temperature wouldn't change.
Correct.
Renju's estimated time of death was 8 p.m. last night. If Iris' story is true, she couldn't have done it.
There is another possibility. Even if Iris was at home, she could have killed Renju.
Come again?
You mean...
What did you find out about Renju?
When did you find out Renju was killed?
This morning, on the news.
And you were with Renju last night? You didn't think to call the police and inform them of this?
Oh, sorry. Is that something you're supposed to do?
That's iffy.
I had a podcast to record this morning, so if I went to the police, I'd be late. And that would cause everyone a lot of trouble, you know?
Alright, last question.
I'll ask again. You are sure you were at home around 8 p.m. yesterday?
Yes.
Can I ask your mother about your alibi?
You can, but there'd be no point.
Why is that?
My mom wasn't home. She came back home early this morning.
This morning?
Yeah,
Where was she?
I don't know.
You don't know.
Oh no.
Come to think of it, Iris's mom had connections to Renju too.
Hitomi did mention that yesterday.
Alright, so...
Renju was my classmate at Eitoku High. We've known each other for 20 years now.
do you happen
However,
to know where
we
she
have
is?
nothing to link her to the case.
But I am curious. What was Hitomi doing last night?
Am I a suspect?
No.
It's not like that.
It's fine, Date. It's true that I met with Mr. Okiura yesterday, but... How do I put this? It's impossible that I'm the killer.
Why?
I'm a teenage girl. Mr. Okiura is a fully grown man.
Oh, she's got a point. A girl like her could have stabbed, poisoned, or shot him dead, but strangling?
No, it's still possible. You see,
Ooh. Renju was... Where Renju was murdered. Take a look.
Renju's estimated TOD is yesterday, around 8 p.m. Numerous hemorrhages in the blood vessels of the throat and face indicate strangulation. The weapon used to commit the murder was some kind of twisted cloth. The criminal likely wrapped it around Renju's neck and pulled. Renju then suffocated. The more precise cause of death is cerebral circulation failure due to vessel closure in the neck. In short, Renju was strangled from behind with some kind of cloth or rope.
Okay. Renju's weight. 160 pounds. Discovery of his body.
Renju's corpse was discovered at the maid cafe Sunfish Pocket, hanging from a beam on the ceiling by a wire. He was found over the counter. The wire was attached on both ends. One end was attached to a hook that was embedded inside Renju's jaw. The kegs hold approximately 20 liters of liquid. They weigh approximately 55 pounds each.
And it was... where he was
Iris
murdered.
could have choked Renju to death. If you are searching for proof of this, you will not find it here. The autopsy discovered a high concentration of benzodiazepine in Renju. This drug is commonly used as a sedative. It is likely that Renju was in a state of compromised consciousness before his death.
Here we go.
a heavy concentration of sedatives were discovered in Renju's body. Renju was practically in a coma before he died. He wouldn't have struggled.
So, Iris could have strangled him.
Wait a minute. Even if I was somehow able to kill him, the rest of it is impossible.
Really?
The rest of it?
Like hanging up his body?
How do you know that?
What do you mean? It's all over the news.
That's true. Renju weighed about 160 pounds. Even if she used her entire body weight, I don't think she could have hauled him up.
Right. It would be hard for her to do it with her strength alone. But with a little ingenuity, it could be done.
Ingenuity?
Alright, we have... I think it's this
I
one.
don't think so, Date. This is irrelevant to the question of how to lift Renju's body.
It went like this. First, Renju was laid out on the counter. Next, the wire was thrown over the beam and connected to the hook in his jaw. Then all you need to do is put the 3 beer kegs on the counter.
You think a teenage girl could have done that?
I'm sure it was hard. The kegs weighed 55 pounds each. But that's not impossible, even for a teenage girl.
I guess it isn't impossible.
After that, you get on top of the counter, hook the other end of the wires to the kegs, and then, what do you think happens if you kick the kegs off the counter?
The 3 kegs weighed 165 pounds altogether. Renju
Yeah.
weighs 5 pounds less. I guess that would make it possible. But there is one more thing.
What?
Considering the state of the crime scene, it's clear Renju was killed elsewhere and brought to where we found him.
Correct.
If Iris is the culprit, how did she move the body?
Hey!
I know. You're going to say you couldn't have moved a 160-pound body.
Unfortunately for her, she could have.
How?
Yes, how? Oil drum.
The oil drum inside Sunfish Pocket. The type that has a lid you can open, with about a 200-liter capacity. Empty, it weighs approximately 44 pounds.
This could have something to do with it. I need to support my theory. Oh, there's the watch.
Do you know what this is? It's Renju's favorite watch. This was discovered inside an empty oil drum at Sunfish Pocket.
Hey, Date, I know you're on a roll right now, but could you please report things like that according to protocol?
What are you trying to say?
I'm saying that it wouldn't be so hard to move a body if it were in a cylinder. You would just have to roll it.
So you're saying Renju's body was moved inside the drum,
Possibly.
which is how the watch came off. But the suspect didn't notice it.
I'm not saying anything for sure. Just pointing out that it's possible.
I didn't do it! You don't even have any witnesses! If I were rolling an oil drum in the middle of the street, people would have noticed!
You could have put it in a car and driven it.
I don't have a license!
Doesn't mean you can't drive. Even an AI can drive nowadays.
Are you mocking me?
No,
Don't make sudden outbursts like that.
You insulted me!
I did not.
Just be quiet.
Who are you talking to?
Anyway, Iris, you weigh about 105 pounds, right?
Where is this coming from?
If only you weighed more. Or less.
That is none of your business.
No, I mean that your weight is relevant to the case. If the oil drum was used to transport the corpse, then the possibility of the suspect being around 105 pounds is extremely likely.
Why do you say that?
Renju's weight. This isn't enough. Elevator. And the oil drum.
Iris, on which floor is Sunfish Pocket located?
On the second floor?
That's right. So, I checked the elevator records. Before the corpse was discovered, the elevator only stopped at the second floor once, at 8:55 p.m. And we discovered that the total cargo weight on the elevator was about 310 pounds. Renju weighed 160. The oil drum weighs 44. Together, that's about 205. Subtracting that from 310,
This doesn't look good.
Why are you...
now this obviously doesn't prove you're the murderer. A lot of people weigh 105 pounds. Or someone could have put 105 extra pounds in the elevator, sent it up, and taken the stairs to throw us off the trail. However,
Well, there were 2 oil drums.
Date, stop. Iris is acting strange. Don't turn around.
Why not?
Just stay put. Keep your eyes on the wall. There are several cameras in this room. 2 surveillance cameras installed at the corners of the ceiling, and 1 camera on a tripod. I hacked each to gain access to their recordings. Look at this.
Okay.
She's fidgeting around. Is she doing something under the desk?
That's what it looks like. But we need to confirm something before we confront her. We need to know that she's in fact doing something under the desk.
Without turning around?
Yes.
How would I do that?
The mirror. You're texting somebody.
Ah, shit! Iris, what are you thinking? What is that thing? Hey! Answer me, Iris!
She's definitely hiding something, Date.
Yeah?
Sync with her.
Oh boy. Well.
Iris is experiencing REM sleep. Medication is working perfectly.
How about it, Date? Think you can do it?
Not a problem. Get it started.
The time limit is 6 minutes. So before
Yes,
time
sir.
is up,
I know.
then
Alright.
let's begin.
But before we dive too deep, that's always gonna be freaky. Okay. Where are we?
What is this place?
I don't know, but as I was saying earlier, before we dive too deep into this, I'm gonna leave the video here and we'll pick this up in the next one. So until then, see you guys.